Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog volleyball. With us, head coach Tia Branda Wilhelm. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
A busy week this past week, 3 matches, and your team, fortunately, 3 sweeps as you improved to 5-0. And I know some tough opponents you faced this past week.
Oh yeah, it was a lot. 3 matches in a week is a lot in this conference for sure. But it was nice. Northern and Tech were here this past weekend, and 2 really good teams and some really tight matches or tight sets within the matches. So, it's definitely good to come away with a few wins.
I know it was warm this past weekend, but how nice was it to be at home and play in front of the home fans?
Oh, I love our fans. Yeah, and it definitely was warm for sure. A little air conditioning would be something in there, but it was just. It's always great to play at home. We just have such a great fan base and so many people from the community, student athletes. I mean, it's just a big group, so it's always nice to play. And I think, for sure that probably helps us in some of those really tight tight sets that we're playing.
As we go to some of the highlights, we'll start off on Friday taking on Michigan Tech, a team that's certainly right there in terms of the conference here early in the year.
They have come so far in the last couple of years. They really have a really fast-paced offense that they run, and they're just very tenacious. They do not ever give up in a rally or in a match, and so it's a high level of play that you have to be up against.
Obviously, you get a 3-0 sweep, but some tight scores in there, a couple 26-24 scores in the first and third sets.
Yeah, it was very tight, and we definitely felt like every little thing was going to matter. And we thought that going in, that it would be tight and that the games would be close. So definitely worked to try to eliminate some of the small errors to try to keep it, that we could come out on top there.
What did you feel were some of the keys of this match as we see you get a couple kills right here?
I think a big part, a big focus for us was trying to keep our offense balanced and trying to keep them moving as blockers. And we definitely wanted to establish the middle. We felt like that was, that was a big part of it. And, you see Ayana Buckley and Maria did a really nice job of, getting up and being in the air and just being a threat offensively all the time.
Maeve Grimes, in her first year as a starting setter for you, just talk about her development, her progress.
She's come a long way. I mean, a year ago, she never played last season, and she's come a long way. She worked really hard in the spring, has really developed her ability to move to the ball, her control, her consistency, and then she's just now getting to the point really early in her career where she is working to make the hitters better and able to adapt to how they might be playing on a certain night and able to make changes, and she's really noticing ways that she can help the offense flow better.
How much does it help your team having a couple seniors right there in the middle, Ayana Buckley right here being one of them?
Yeah, thank goodness, because we don't have many seniors out there in a lot of spots. But in our middle spot, we definitely have some age, and I think that helps a lot when you have a young setter because they're more flexible and they can, take any kind of set sometimes and make something good happen out of it. So definitely is a good thing for Maeve.
You get past Michigan Tech 3-0, and then you come back on Saturday with a team that had an identical record at 10-2 coming in, Northern Michigan, and certainly a team that's playing well here early in the year.
Oh, they're playing great. They have, most of their offense back from last year, and they've added a couple new players. They have a new coach, and they're just playing with so much energy, and there's a level of confidence there in what they're doing. So they have some really nice players. We had to really work our game plan a lot to be ready for some of those players.
A team that had some experience playing here in your facility as well, played in your season opening invitation.
Yep, they did, and they played a couple matches in that gym and a couple upstairs, and they definitely were very comfortable in the gym, that's for sure.
Talk about getting off to a good start here. Obviously, you win the first set. That was important here against a very good opponent.
It was, and I thought we did some nice things. We came out focused, and the players were really working to, work one point at a time through that whole first set. And then the second set was much more back and forth. I mean, it was, there was a lot going on. We were down a lot early, and, I think the second set they lost one of their key players about partway through that set, and I think that just took them a second to, figure out their, the new way that they were going to do their offense. So I think the second set, their level of play dropped just a little bit, but in the third set they came back definitely ready to go.
Allison Capel leading the way with 12 kills, a player that's kind of battled an injury, but still out there producing for you.
Yeah, she didn't play on Tuesday, but she did well over the weekend, and it was good to see her out there taking some big swings against a really big block at Northern Michigan.
Obviously, you got a lot of young kids on the back part of your lineup, but some players with some experience like Lauren Reminger.
Lauren, as a libero, has, her experience has really been good. She's defensively very confident, and we're able to make sure have their best hitters hitting at her a lot, and she's very confident in her ability to handle that.
Get the 3-0 win over Northern Michigan as you stay unbeaten in the GLIAC, and obviously a great start here, winning your first 5 conference matches.
Yeah, that's us. That's great, but we're really, really thinking about what's going on this weekend and what we have coming up.
This weekend, you hit the road as you travel to Lake Superior on Friday, Saginaw Valley on Saturday, and a long road trip here early in the conference part of the season.
Yeah, it is a pretty long trip. It's a long way to go up to the Sioux on Friday and play a match Friday night for sure. And Lake State is so much improved from last year. They have a bunch of new players in there, and they've lost a couple really close sets that I think could have been difference makers for them. So we definitely expect a pretty good battle there.
Obviously, Saginaw Valley, a team that over the past few years has been one of the premier teams in the conference and in the region as well.
Yep, and they still have some of that. They're a little bit young this year, but definitely have, they have some great athletes and some big firepower in their offense, and I think they've lost a few matches just trying to get it all together, but it looks like this last weekend they had a couple good sets and a nice win, and I think that they're kind of moving in the right direction now.
Talk about the progress you've made as a team since that season opening Ferris State Invitational to where you are right now.
Oh gosh, I feel like we're not even the same team. We're still have a lot of progress to make, and that's probably where our focus more is on, on how we have a lot of places that we need to get better at. We definitely have improved in, all aspects of the game for sure. A bunch of young players out there who were jittery nervous that first weekend. It was their first starts ever, and it's just nice to see them feeling more comfortable and starting to expand their role on the court for sure.
As you go on the road here in the GLIAC, talk about playing on the road. Obviously, a long stretch coming up on the road here during the month of October.
Yeah, we'll be on the road a lot, and sometimes it's nice to play on the road because the team, you're just focused on volleyball, and you're together as a team. Definitely, a lot of time in the van or the bus and between matches. So some parts of that are hard, but I think our team tends to try to just embrace whatever situation they're in and make it a positive.
Obviously, these matches coming up are important in terms of the conference race, but also some matches that will be important in terms of the regional implications as you move on through the year.
Yeah, we have we have 3 conferences in our region, so there's only 5 at-large bids, so we definitely need to be working hard to do well whenever we're playing these regional matches, of which the conference matches count too. But in a couple of weeks, we'll be playing at the crossover and playing some other regional games, so all those really matter.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the
Thank you.
great start in the GLIAC. Best of luck to the
Thanks.
Bulldogs this weekend. We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update after this.